day, our first rainy day of the trip. We've just eaten breakfast over at that place opposite the road, and it was super yummy. We had like a sticky rice meat combo kind of thing. It's kind of a nice thing for breakfast because it's like such a tiny portion, but it's filling because the rice is like stodgy. And it's a good, all-round taste. Lots of like different meats to try. So I think everybody really enjoyed that. And you can see at the front them like shaving off the mung bean, and that's something I've seen in like a lot of vlogs where people have like a whole block of like mashed up mung beans and then just shave off little like slices to put into the food, and that kind of lays on top of the sticky rice. So I think everyone really enjoyed that, and that was something that Tran found on foodie, and foodie is proving to be like quite a good like meal like ideas generated. It's a bit of a TripAdvisor for whilst we're in Vietnam, because TripAdvisor, it is used, I've seen a little, but it's a lot more on foodie, so that's been a good one for us to make use of. And we're just going to grab, these guys are grabbing some coffee, and then we're just going to go to some museums to brave out the rain, and also like kind of take a little walk around. Apparently the reviews say that the English isn't that good on the kind of, in the museums, but I think it will be okay. It's nice to kind of like see some of the exhibits. The military museum's on the list of women's museum, and I really want to catch like that train street where the trainers go through a really thin alleyway by the old quarter. So there's a twice daily train from Hanoi to Hue, and that comes at 3:30 and 7:30. So we're going to catch the 3:30 one in the rain. And we are going to get a grab. Take our coffees and then head over to the museum. Hello, we are the four in taxi number 1. So we've arrived at the Women's Museum, which you probably want to see.
Yeah, I actually thought that it would be like a bit more grand.
It's quite big.
It's a bit like a conference. like a
conference especially with like the fountain up front. I don't know, it'll be interesting to see because the chef host, tour guide?
The chef.
The chef that taught us at the cooking class the other day, she recommended the Women's Museum, and it did sound quite interesting because she was just talking about the history of like the women's position in Vietnamese society, and like from her village they still, there are certain like restrictions that women still can't do.
They're still quite strict, and they still follow like what had been like in the culture for a really long time. And she said like, as a female from different a different culture, it's something to definitely check out as well.
Yeah,
it's still quite behind, I think.
I know, it was quite it's quite crazy, and I'm sure there's going to be things that we see inside that we're going to be like, wow, I had no idea that stuff had happened or is still happening. So I think it's good to do some of like the cultural stuff, and also it's a good one for a rainy day as well. So we're going to check it out. Hopefully the English is like okay, and we can like still read a good amount of stuff. We're reviewing our experience. I haven't vlogged in a taxi at all actually yet. We were reviewing our experience in the Women's Museum, and we spent about 2 hours there, which is still like a fair amount of time.
It was 4 floors.
4 floors. I thought
3 main floors.
Actually, carry on with what you were gonna say.
I was gonna say like the bit about women in the war, like that floor was really informative and really good, and kind of gave us an idea of how women shaped a bit of kind of the way the culture is now. But there was a really big section, a whole floor dedicated to like marriage rituals. Like the chef that was like talking to us about kind of her history, and like how she said women can't eat outside, and it's still sometimes, it's still in some areas frowned upon for women
for breakfast
for breakfast to eat outside, as in like out of their own home, like in restaurants and things. So that was really interesting to hear, but like there wasn't much, I would have preferred
it wasn't specific.
More about how women are in the culture now.
The part about the history of the war was really interesting, but I felt like it didn't give a very complete view of the war. It gave a lot of accomplishments of women, and I guess we have the military museum for the whole complete view. And yeah, I just was more interested as a whole, like what the whole of Vietnam was like, and not just the accomplishments of the heroes of the war.
Very interesting.
Sorry.
How should I eat it? So I've never eaten it like this before. I normally eat it straight out of the shell.
Okay.
But what we normally do is we put a bit of salt and pepper into the sauce. Yeah. And then mix it up in the the liquid.
With a little bit more, let me just open this bad boy out. Is it sauce or is it just egg fluid?
Is this salt?
Hey, don't talk about it like that.
Yeah, salt. So, yeah, a bit of salt and pepper into the...
Do I pinch it in?
Yeah, you... Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. So you drink up the soup. You eat some of this. So this is the yolk.
Yeah. Can I just go down the hatch?
Yeah? Yeah.
Huh? Whole thing?
No.
You eat the yolk.
Just eat it in bits.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Is it nice?
Does it taste different than the egg?
You can grab some of this as well. So you can eat it with it. Like,
Just so
It's
you know,
like a very
just
oiled
so you know, Winnie,
with soup
this isn't how Vietnamese people make jok.
Is it not? Oh, how is it like normally?
Sorry.
It's like standard jok.
Daydreaming.
It's like jok
How is
jok.
it?
Oh, this is like rice.
So the egg part tastes very boiled, just like a boiled egg would. That's actually my least favourite part of the duck egg. Because it's the driest part, I think, just now.
There's a hater over there. We've just popped over to a little restaurant on the side near the train tracks because we're trying to catch the train, the 3:30 train. So we're just sitting down to get some food first, and we have got some jok with some yao dai. This is looking quite Chinese, but the jok itself, the consistency is really
Jelly.
yeah, I mean it's so smooth. Like there's literally no trace of rice. It looks really smooth. Yeah, it's like one big loop. And yeah, and these two just had a balut egg.
with a pork floss on it too.
Yeah, and floss, so I need to try this. I think the jok is actually quite nice. We haven't, a few of us have had like, you know, upset tummies or sensitive stomachs on the trip so far, and I think it's like nice to just have something cleansing, like a rice porridge. I don't know if we want to be like next to the train when it comes, or more like at the top by the crossroads.
Well, we should just find a spot where it looks good, where the train will be, and then we'll just take it from the side.
I feel like closer to the front would be better than that.
Yeah.
These are all just people's houses.
Then it's just front on, and you can see the curve of the road a bit more. Maybe it might be a bit safer as well.
Yeah, let's go. There were seats there as well.
Antoine's just doing it for fun. I feel like do it again, me. Do it again.
But sadly, I think the timing is wrong. We didn't manage to see it, which is really sad. But we've come for coffee instead. We're going to this cafe.
Cafe
Juju?
since 1936.
Yeah, and we've not really been to this part of town before, at least I don't think so. There's a lot of flags on the road, lots and lots of Vietnam flags all lining the road. So we're going to get some yogurt coffee. Very old place, 1936, wow. Hi guys, so we just got done having a yogurt coffee, which was actually really interesting. I thought it'd be like a yogurt jelly and then mixed in with like normal coffee, like what they had on the first day, and more like a yogurt pudding. But actually it was like a slush type thing. We have arrived to one of the pagodas nearby, just a 7-minute walk away from that coffee place. And it's really, really nice here, but we are right by the water and it's evening. And it just got done raining yesterday, so it is literally mozzie heaven, mozzie buffet. A little bit like paranoid that the mosquitoes are going to get me, but it's a really nice time of day. It's kind of almost sunset, so you can see like really pretty kind of dusky sunlight and these kind of palm trees near here, so it's really pretty. But the pagoda itself, the temple is closed. Really pretty. We haven't really seen like a Vietnamese skyline yet. I mean like a Hanoi skyline. I'm not sure if there is one, but seeing all of the skyscrapers across the lake is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Hello again. It is a bit later now. Around, I want to say 9. Exactly. And it's finally dinner time. We come to a Com Tam place. It's called Com Tam Saigon. So interesting. So it's like Saigon style, maybe. And we've all pretty much gotten the same thing, pork chop rice, and a few of us are sharing. Me and Ted are sharing, Zoe Anna are sharing, and Winnie and Simon are sharing. And they just specialise in this pretty much, but they do have like other things on their menu, but we pretty much just come for the pork chop. Finished off at this place for some Com Tam, which is pork chop rice. It was so tasty and my mouth still hurts. I have a wisdom tooth thing, but my glands just feel so swollen, but I was still like trying the best that I could to gulp it down. It was so yummy. So yeah, I would recommend that place. It was so cheap. It was like 48,000 dong, I think. Oh gosh, we're like chasing after the taxi. Please. I swear like Grab drivers just love to take the piss. They're like, let's go really, really far away. Yeah. But he went right back outside the restaurant. Really enjoyed that, would recommend. Yum. Hi guys, I'm back in the Airbnb and it is later at night now. It's almost time for bed. We've got some Japanese cheesecake that we picked up in town, so we're gonna make sure we eat that for dessert. And then I just need to pack everything up, go shower, get ready for bed, and have a really early night because we're up very early tomorrow to go to Drangan, and it's a long van journey, 4-hour road trip. So that is everything for Hanoi. Hope you enjoyed coming along with us and getting to see what there is to do in Hanoi and eat in Hanoi and see. Come in, Ted. Ted has just come in. Did you enjoy Hanoi?
Yeah.
It was really, really fun. So we're excited for Central Vietnam and also Southern Vietnam. And you really got to brush up your Vietnamese, I think. So it's going to be...
My Vietnamese was great.
You said yourself he manages to like read a lot quicker now because he's like under pressure. But yeah, it's been a really fun first half of the trip. So make sure you stay tuned for the rest of the vlogs and when I go to the other areas of Vietnam. And yes, hope you enjoyed everything. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.